Welcome back to the NALCS. You're taking a look at a viewing party, or you're not. I guess there it is. You're taking a look at a viewing party at Shoeless Joe's in Toronto, Canada, and judging by the name, it's a place that Maple Street would feel rather comfortable. I have to say so myself. Sure. Those couches look comfortable. I think anybody would be comfortable there. Yeah. We are going to get into Team Liquid versus Winterfox in just a minute, but first we want to see what you've been saying on Twitter. To remind you, we asked, who is your NALCS Spring Split MVP and why? And not surprisingly, a lot of fans were listing off members of TSM. At Muslash writes, Lust Boy easily MVP. When your teammates KS you 191 times and you keep playing at the top of your game, you definitely deserve an award.
Yeah, his assists are out of control, and he showed up, too, back at IEM as well, even though it isn't North American LCS, but he really has been just coming out of his shell, and when they first picked him up last year, he's seen nothing but constant improvement and synergy in that bottom lane.
Yep. I just like the way he plays overall. I think his Annie is probably the most fearsome in NALCS. Gets like Russian Distortion boots, gets a Russian Talisman Ascension. Then he like rushes the Righteous Glory as well. Like the guy is like, I'm a one-man team fight starting crew. Let's go TSM. And like it works really well. It's the first player I've seen do that build. It's very effective. I just love what Lust Boy's doing.
Yeah, we saw some shout-outs for Bjergsen as well. But quite a few of you are still saying Golden Age. At So Ren writes, the split MVP for me is still Alphamu. There are fantastic supports in NA, but the Moo puts CLG on his back.
Yeah, very good player overall. I think his champion pool is really fun. We got to see the Ballista combo a while back. He's one of the only Alistair players as well. It's cool to see his innovation as well. And yeah, like the guy's such a good playmaker. He's probably the most, like in terms of individual one-on-one plays, the most remarkable one. So you can't really deny Alphamu that credit either.
And finally, there were shout-outs for some of the new faces in the LCS, including Team Impulse's Rush. I know you're a fan of him, Irene.
I love watching Rush play because he's just going to go really hard. I'm a big fan of people who are just going to be very aggressive in a competitive setting and try to take it to their enemy. It's double-sided sword, but it's always fun to watch. And I think Rush has stepped up in lane swaps. Coming from solo queue to lane swap as a jungler is not the easiest thing, and I think his decision-making has been right on point these last few weeks.
Yeah, his improvement as a player is undeniable. Well, keep the conversation going. Tweet at LOL Esports and use the hashtag LCS. We're going to turn our focus back to the Rift, though, and our next match, which is Winterfox versus Team Liquid. Team Liquid are now in 7th place, and with Gravity and teammates' losses today, they are now just half a game out of a playoff spot.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's been really strange for Team Liquid, though. They definitely have a chance to do well here, but last week was the second week in a row, really, that Team Liquid didn't live up to their own expectations. They brought Piglet back in. They built a comp around him, and his Vayne was pretty good, but he was the only player that showed up, really. The rest of Team Liquid have looked very lackluster these past 4 games.
Yeah, and then meanwhile for Winterfox, they brought back their lineup from the start of the split and ended the week 0-2. So that, I mean, all that shows is that success wouldn't be as easy as flipping a switch.
Yeah, and Winterfox are desperately looking for that spark back. They are 0-7 in the second half of the split, and they said they were a summer split team. They have to make it to the summer split. Now that they're in relegations and locked in there, they have to focus on coming together as a team, and they started to deviate from their winning formula, which was triple engage.
And it is worth pointing out, especially for this team, that even though they are guaranteed to be 8th, 9th, getting 8th instead of 9th, right? They're tied 1 with Dignitas. They have the same record in the season as Dignitas. They need to sort of beat them in the record for these next 2, maybe 3 games that they tiebreak, to get their choice of challenger team so that they can beat them and they can stay in the summer split.
So without a doubt, a very important game for both teams. We are going to send it over to the guys at the caster desk for the play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Dash. Great hosting on the day, gentlemen. Thanks. And let's check out the teams with a quick roster rundown. On the blue side, it is Winterfox. That means Avalon in the top lane, Helios in the jungle, Pole Belter in mid, Alltech at 80 carry, and Glebe back at support.
And on the red side, it's Team Liquid. Up top is Quas in the jungle. I will dominate. Mid, Phoenix, 80 carry Piglet, and support X Special.
These guys are talking a lot of garbage here in the lobby. Saying some
It's pretty fun.
AP Graves top, maybe. We'll see what they get out of here. It's fun to be in these lobbies.
Yeah. I really do like these 2 teams. These 2 teams have close relationship between the Korean imports as well.
Right.
The biggest differences in this matchup is the top lane. Quas is #1 top laner CS at 10, and Avalon is number 10. And we have 10 teams in the league, so that is #1 versus number 10 here. That's where the big beating could probably come down in this matchup. And we'll see.
Especially with the scenario of just 2v1, you can see that's where Avalon, you know, doesn't really get a lot of effect. He is